folks. We're here at the MT Weather Studio. European model says one thing, but our swinging rock says, well, it's a little windy, which it is. But let's see about it, how wet it's going to be. Pretty dry, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be raining at all anytime soon. So, here's what we usually got. I don't see any earthquakes or any tornadoes or anything like that popping up anytime soon. But maybe a little flash flood come next week. But trick-or-treaters may get a little bit wet in the morning. But the road says, once again, no. So, from MT Studios Weather, back to you, MT.
Alright everybody, we get the Halloween edition, pizza edition. What we're doing today is we're actually going to make a pizza from scratch with all the ingredients you see on here at our table. When we go out and review pizzas, we'll actually probably have either plain cheese or maybe some onion on there. We want to show you the basics, the gold standards of what it needs to be to have a good pizza. So today we're going to cook this pizza from scratch, and then we're going to have Layer Bear review it for you guys. We got to hold ourselves to that standard. If we don't hold the standard, the party bosses. Alright, let's get started with this today. So what you see here, folks, is we're actually going to make two pizzas. One with tomatillo, which is really tomatoes, but they're like green tomatoes, but tomatillos. We actually have Kroger's crushed peeled tomatoes. We're going to use those. We have the Kroger's mozzarella block, and we're going to cut that up and do the same thing. We got some olive oil, we got some salt, we got some honey, because we don't use sugar here. And then we got, of course, Fleischmann's. We got the whole thing for yeast. So what we got to do first is start out, we're going to put a little honey in our, and we can use this, but I'm just going to squirt it in, because you know what, I have an idea. It's about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less than a tablespoon. We're just about a little bit there. Now why am I using honey? Well, because sugar is really bad for you, and we want to make sure we don't. I've had 4 heart surgeries, and I don't want to have another one. And that processed sugar just grinds away in your veins, and all that stuff comes inside the cholesterol, and pretty soon you're built up. And then I'm having another heart surgery. Can I last another one? I don't know. I've already had 6 sticks with my heart. Do I have to have 8 or 10? We'll see. Probably not. All right, let's put the honey over there. So we take that, we just mix it up a little bit more. Now this water is really important because we need to have it at about 115 degrees. You don't want to have it cold, you don't want to, 110 to 120 is what you want to have. And all we're doing here, folks, is we're going to put a teaspoon of our yeast in here. Just 1 teaspoon. And we want to make sure it activates. That's all we're trying to do, is make sure this thing activates. Alright everybody, we got the yeast over here in the water. That's getting ready to mix itself up and making sure it's actually activating itself. But first what we're going to do is we're going to get the flour. And the flour is really important. I could just put it in the bowl, but I think it's really important at Halloween that we actually show you everything from start to scratch. So what we're going to do is put this flour in here. Now one thing that MT Promises always does with his stuff, always puts in this flour and he sifts it. It's always important to get the right amount, because I know all the pizza restaurants, when they make theirs, they weigh everything. But here at MT Promise Studios, we just gotta go by cups. We don't weigh stuff here. We didn't know. So we put 2.5 cups of flour. Now this is bread flour. Why am I using bread flour? Well, I don't like using as much yeast, and it just activates and gives it a little more rise. You'll see when it comes out. It's actually really, really good. So there we go. We got our bread flour. We don't need this anymore. Throw that in the sink. Bam! Little Emerald Lagasse, Sagasi, whatever his name is. He can't compare with us here at the MT Promises Studios. Anyways, let's get this thing going. All we're going to do is take this, we're going to sift it through quick. Because the flour is always better when it's sifted. Now what does sifting do? To me, it just lightens and fluffs up the flour and makes your pizza dough that much better when it's actually a little lighter and fluffier. Put in there, you might get some chunks and stuff like that. So we don't want to do that. We don't want chunky. We don't want chunky monkey, because that's what Ben & Jerry's. All right, gotta be careful of my outfit today too. Let's see here. It's gonna be a challenge. So there we go. That's done. We get that in there. Now, the next thing we gotta do is take our little thing. We're gonna put a little salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're gonna put that inside the flour. We'll take this and I like to mix it up a little bit to put it in there. Now, just make sure that's activated. It sure does look like it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump this in here. Put that right inside. Then we're gonna come over here. Now this is where it's crucial. I like a little bit more olive oil in mine. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. We'll see how much I actually do. 1. I actually like mine a little bit wetter to work with, so I'm gonna put like 2.5 tablespoons in there. Not very tough, but I forgot one thing. We need a handy dandy stir. Now what is my stir? Well, seriously, it's just a spoon. All I do is I come in here and I stir this bad boy up. Let me bring it over to the camera and show you what we got going on. Here you go, that's all we got going on in the dough. Just like that, right? Good to go. Now all we gotta do, which I forgot, so I'm gonna duck out of the picture here. Hold on, I'm still here. While I'm over here, let's check in with Larry Bear. Larry Bear, what do you got going on? Okay, we're back. Larry Bear's out doing whatever he's got going on, doing some funky dances and stuff like he does. Once again, he's running around like a maniac, trying to get those party bosses to actually have virtues and values and morals. Thanks, Larry Bear. All right, here we go. All we're gonna do, put this cover on here, this little foil on it, or plastic wrap. Then we're just gonna let this baby rise, right? Put this over here. Now it's really important, folks, 450 is what I do, and I probably do it more like, in my oven, I had to put it like 470, 475, then it heats up to 450. Everybody's oven's a little bit different, so know your oven, but we want the oven hot, but we don't need everybody to go to those pizza places, they got 700, 800 degrees. I can't do that with my oven, it goes up to 500. So 450, 475 is where I like it, and when that's rising over there, what we're gonna do is get our other things a little prep for baking, and we'll let that rise for about 15 minutes. Get that going, the buzzer going. 15 minutes. Then we'll pound it down and we'll let it rise again. Now, we actually have, what are we gonna do with this sauce? Well, with me, my sauce, I like putting a little Italian seasoning in there. Just to give it a little bit of flair, and the crushed tomatoes. And I always get the peeled tomatoes, I don't want that skin on mine. And we're just gonna mix it up a little bit, because this is the sauce that's going on the pizza. That's how about simple as maybe a little bit more. I'm probably putting, maybe a tablespoon in there, I don't know, it's a dash of this, dash of that. So that's the Italian seasoning in there. A little Italiano, huh? You know, empty promises. It does have some Italian in it. All right, here we go. And of course we have the tomatillo for the extra, and we're just gonna use it straight up like this. Tomatillos, look it up, you can find out what it is. It's great stuff. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cut up this onion. Now on my onions, I gotta tell you, where do we keep your onions? I keep all my onions in the fridge, and that way I don't get all teary-eyed and crying when I'm making this stuff. It actually works out pretty good. So 1 fresh onion, here we go. We're not gonna use the whole thing. We'll probably end up using half of it. But how I do it, I just cut her up, down the middle, slice her down. We'll take that other half and sit over here. We'll use this, and I'm just gonna peel the onion outer shell off. We don't want that top stuff. Here you go. That comes right off. Here's another little piece of that. Take this, move the stuff out of the way so you can kind of see what's going on. And all I'm gonna do over here, this onion, now this is important. How are we gonna do this? We wanna make sure the onion's fresh on the pizza too. So I'm just gonna come in here, we're just slice these nice little thinner slices of this onion. All we're doing is come down. There we go, nice thinner slices. I mean, you can see right here, give me pretty much sliced. We're not talking about thick, not big thick things, just like that. If you want, you can take, if you don't want the big slices like that, just take it and cut it in half. And that's about right. But also, this is a good time to break everything up right here. And you notice there's no tears. I'm not crying, there's no tears. No tears for the weak. Oh no, I don't know what that is. I'm just making crap up. It's Halloween, what do you expect? All right, guys, all I'm doing is breaking it up, get this all ready to go, because we don't want, some people might want big chunks. I don't like big chunks. I like having my little pieces are spread out. Oh, geez, get back on the table there, onion. So there we go, that's that one. Next thing we're gonna do, take our other cutting board here, bamboo cutting board. Let's take our cheese. Now what do we do for cheese? You can see it's a big block. But since we got this, let's actually go before. We can use our handy dandy sharpener. We all know, we've seen this before. The whoosh top, or whatever it's called. I might say it wrong, but hey, it works great. We'll clean my knife just a little bit, make sure. Take this, we're just gonna pull her back a couple times. You want a nice sharp knife to cut that cheese. Put that back over here. Then what I'm gonna do is come around, I don't want thick slices, I want thinner slices. Now, we'll show it to you, but we're just gonna cut thin slices. Now, that's basically it. Now we just gotta wait for that dough to rise. We'll come back and we'll see what, hopefully it doubles in size, and then we'll separate that, we'll beat it down a little bit, and we'll let it rise again, and then we'll be ready to make some pizzas, folks.
We're all gonna feel real great at the Red Oak. Well, come inside, we're all flying high at the Red Oak. Well, come on, girl, give it a whirl. Enjoy the show at the Red Oak.
Hey everybody, we're back again. I hope you enjoyed that little rendition of Red Oak Drive. Alright, but here we go. We're back here to our dough. We've let it rise for about 20 minutes now. And we take it out, and all we're going to do is, you can kind of see it a little bit. I'm going to do something that, I don't know everybody probably does, but I'm going to put some olive oil on my hands. Which I wear gloves because I got these precious hands that I gotta watch out. Playing the piano, I can't have calloused hands. I'm not a construction worker. You know, we got our dough on the table here, right? I'm gonna spread a little olive oil on top of it. Okay, we're gonna split this in half. Do it now. Pull it apart. All we're trying to do is work it. You can see my hands are oily, but it's not sticking to everything. And that's not a bad thing, but all we're trying to do right now is pull it apart, getting those ingredients to mix together more, getting that air inside the dough. What is it like getting our hands a little messy and oily and stuff like that? It's kind of like an oil wrestling, right? Or, what was that back in the day, Lair?
Mud wrestling.
Mud wrestling, there we go.
Pudding wrestling.
What was it?
Pudding wrestling.
Pudding! What kind of backwoods pudding wrestling are you talking about? I've never seen pudding wrestling. Does that happen here in Georgia?
Stir it everything.
Damn, I gotta go see that. We gotta go there. Maybe we can get a video of Lair Bear wrestling and some pudding, huh? They call it pudding pop.
Yeah.
But as you can see, I'm just trying to pull it apart, work the yeast a little bit more, work it in there. All I'm gonna do is dump it back in. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, but we will get away with this. It's got so much. I forgot to coat the oil inside here in each one. All we're gonna do is put this cover on it. Bam, bam, done. We'll come back in another 15, 20 minutes. Hopefully it's rose up a little bit more, and then we'll start making the pizza dough. We'll get her all together. The oven's already preheating the 450. She's almost there. We're almost ready to go. So probably another 15, 20 minutes, and we'll be ready to put this pizza together and put her in the oven. Then we get the review with the Lair Bear. Alrighty, buddy. We're gonna get this pizza dough going. I put a little olive oil in my hands, and when we get this out of here, and I have my perforated pan right here. But since my hands are kind of oily, I take it. I just put this on the pan, get it nice and nicely oiled. Over there for now, and then we're going to take this dough right out of here that we put in there, dump it right on the table here. Start making it out. All right, everybody, we're back in the kitchen again. We've got our pizza on our pan. We got it all rolled out. We got it on here. It's looking great. It's a real thin crust. The first thing we got to do is I use the MT Promises Pizza Spice. Secret recipe. It's got a bunch of stuff in there. Can't really divulge what it is. You put a good amount, not a good amount. I'll show it to you guys here. So you can kind of see it. Make sure that pizza's all the way to the edge. Now we make thin crust here. I can make a thick crust. We could use both of them, make a thicker crust. But I really like the thin crust pizzas myself a lot better. Now the next thing we do, people might think, where's the sauce go? Well, we kind of do it, we're over here, we kind of do it Detroit style. Detroit. Come right around, just fill her on up. It's about, out that block, it's usually about 19 thinly sliced. As you can see, thinly sliced pizza, thinly sliced cheese. And I don't even think it's really 19. Here we go, we almost got it all in here. Let's take our sauce, and we don't use the whole thing of sauce. It'd be way too much sauce and make everything too soggy. So we're gonna take around here, dump it around, kind of spread it out. Myself, I like going on the edges out there. It's important, I like to eat the whole thing, and the crust is the greatest part. Spread it around. Layer Bear, you're gonna love this pizza. I know you are. Nice the pizza, huh?
It's pretty enough for Mary.
All right, there we go. That goes there. Come over here, take this onion. This Layer Bear wanted onion. And we'll just take it and we'll put it right on top, go right around. We'll show you guys what's going on here. I'm gonna show you the pizza. You see that, Layer Bear?
Oh yeah.
All right, there we go. Now, all we're gonna do is take this bad boy, and we're gonna put it in the oven. We got it at 450, 475. We're gonna put our timer up to 16 minutes. Open that oven. We're gonna put it right in the middle shelf. Goes right in. Put her in. Shut the door. And that's it. Let her rip, tater chip. That's all we gotta do. Now we'll see if the party bosses approve. I mean, Layer Bear approves. He's not a party boss. But if we don't hold ourselves to standards, who's going to the party bosses? Anyways, we'll see you guys back here in about 16 minutes, and then you'll see the results. All right, everybody, we're making our second pizza here. Just to put the toppings on, same kind of pizza. Put our little seasoning on, pizza spices right on top of this. But then just put our cheese on first. Let this baby bake. She'll be baking nice and fine. There we go. So that's that. We take our little tomatillo sauce. Once again, we just put it right on top. And the reason I like the sauce on top is because I think it actually helps protect the cheese myself when it's cooking. Doesn't burn it as much. It gets it nice and juicy. All right, here we go. So as you can see, we used like about a quarter of that cup, a quarter of this. That's about right. Now the last thing we're gonna do is take this onions and spread her on. Like a little bit on the crust out there, we keep that going. I think we're about ready there. So once that other pizza's done cooking in the oven, we'll get this one in. All right, everybody, there you go, folks. We'll see you outside with Layer Bear doing the review. It's time to get the review on. All right, folks, the pizza's ready to come out of the oven. Let's see what she looks like.
Oh, wow.
There we go. See that steam come out? We can see that steam coming out there. How does that look?
Beautiful.
There we go.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
All right, everybody, the buzzer's going off. We're getting ready to take out the tomatillo and onion pizza. Let's see what she looks like. Oh, Layer Bear. You're gonna love this one right here. Woo. Look at that baby right there. Look at that. Can you guys see all that?
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Woo! There she is, up quick. Nice, nice, nice. You can hear the crunch, the crust. There we go. All right, folks. We'll meet you outside with Layer Bear doing a final review on the MT Promises Pizza. Thank you. We're gonna do the review right now. Here we go. Layer Bear, dink it. You want to? Good to see here. Look at the undercarriage. You guys want to see the undercarriage? There's our undercarriage right there. That's how she turned out. Here we go. Give you the top view of the pizza too. Here we go. Check that baby out. Hope you guys think it's delicious. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, Layer Bear, let's see what you got. Oh yeah.
I've had pizzas from Miami, New York. Got it everywhere. These put them all to shame. My bear stamp's gonna be a 9.5.
Whoa! That's off the charts, Larry. 9.5.
What do you think your damn pizza?
We gotta have a good standard, right? It is nice and crispy though, isn't it? It's not too thick, it's not too thin. Look at how it holds up. But you can taste that crunch when you bite it.
The sauce on top. That nails it. That really nails it.
The onion on there? What do you think of the onion?
Oh yes. I love that sauce on top of the cheese instead of under it. Like I said, I'm sticking with a 9.5 on this.
All right, everybody. Nobody knows the rules. You can take as many bites as you want. What we do is we judge everything on gymnastics scales because you know what? Nobody knows the rules on gymnastics judging anyways. So yeah, score 1 through 10. Take as many bites you want. There are no rules. Here we go.
I'm putting MD on the line on this one. How's a subscriber? Gets a pizza.
This is actually good. You know what I'm gonna give this layer? I'm not gonna go as high as you, but I'm gonna go a rookie score 9.0. 9.0. 9.0. 9.0. It's right there. I know it's rookie, but I'm gonna go with a flat 9.0.
Sticking to my gun.
9.5?
9.5.
No, it's a great pizza though, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Homemade.
Very, very good. I mean, excellent.
I mean, all the, you can see all the how it bubbled up and everything else on there.
Even all the way to the crust. Crust is flaky, it's nice and crispy.
All right, everybody, we'll be back in just a couple minutes more. We got the tomatillo coming for you next. All right, everybody, we're back with the tomatillo pizza with the tomatillo sauce on it. Larry Bear, what's your first initial thoughts on this?
It looks different.
It looks different with the green on it,
It
huh?
does. It looks really different.
But it's a great Halloween pizza, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's take her up and see what you got, see what you think of this one. By the way, I want to show you the undercarriage. We had cooked it on the same pan. It's got good undercarriage though.
I've never had this type sauce before on a pizza. I might give you a 9.6 on this one because it's different and it's just that damn good.
It's better than the other one?
It is. It's because it's different. It's got the whole taste is different.
Tangy taste.
Yes, it's got a little bit of
Yeah.
tangy. It's got a little bit of a spice to it, but not too much of a burn the tongue spice. But y'all just don't know what you're missing. This shit's good.
Now, Larry Bear, you gave the tomato one a 9.5. Mark that down, 9.5. I gave it a rookie score of 9.0. This one right here, I really love too. I love the flavor, the taste. It has a little bit more of that spice. You almost feel like you're eating a taco pizza with a little hot sauce on it or something.
With the onions and everything does bring out the sauce.
Yeah, it brings it out. I love just the crispiness of the crust. It's so darn good. And that's from all that olive oil. I gotta take one more bite of the end here. No rules, take as many bites as you want. Gymnastics scale. You know what? I'm gonna side with you too. I'm gonna go 9.2.
Oh no, come on, man.
9.2. 9.2 with the pizza.
You're biased. This is
9.6. I'm going 9.2.
Hard 9.6.
Wow. Thank you, Larry Bear. I really appreciate it. I made this recipe a bunch of times, and we don't buy pizzas from outside. We make all our stuff at home because remember, I've had 4 heart surgeries. Larry Bear's already had 1. We got seven stints or whatever it is, and magic number 7 between us. Anyways, healthy pizza, good for you. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel, and have a great day and safe journeys.
And he's perfected it.
Thank you, Larry Bear.
Dude, you have perfected this pizza.